Hey Gary, so we're here and I wanted to talk to you about paint booth maintenance. Super important, especially for all the pieces of equipment in the shop, and one of the most important is the booth. Almost everything goes through the booth, so you want to make sure it's as clean as possible.
You bet. I mean, the better maintained our facility, the booth system is itself, the less debris is in the air. You know, we're going to be color sanding, buffing, denibbing and buffing cars regardless. But the better that environment is, the cleaner that environment is, the less amount of that process takes place.
Yeah, so you've got your ceiling filters, you've got your walls, you've got your floors. I know depending on the type of booth you have, it might be easier to sublet some of those repairs out to a booth vendor, to a maintenance company, or you could do some of that stuff in-house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we found it, from our standpoint, it was easier for us to go ahead and get a hold of the booth maintenance company because now it is a quarterly setup. So every 3 months they're there. They're performing those processes, covering the walls. We liquid mask the walls, take care of a lot of the booth maintenance there. As far as the floor filters, we do change those floor filters from time to time in between that, in those intervals, just because of the amount of overspray hits in those floor filters. There's a really cool tool that we saw at SEMA this last year, was a grate tool, which actually enables one person can actually remove and reinstall a grate without the possibility of creating a back issue. I mean, injury is nothing we need in our repair facilities. So regardless, maintenance individual or our paint staff, whoever's doing that process, the easier we make it for them, the better off. I know that's a couple things we do. Is there anything else that you do as far as trying to keep things clean in your paint booth?
Yeah, I mean, so a couple things. With the flooring, right? So we're always trying to figure out what the best flooring for. You know, there's so many options out there. You know, we use some pig mats, we use some indoor-outdoor carpeting. Yeah, you can clean it out, blow it out. We found it does really well for us. As opposed to just having like a concrete floor. I mean, you get built up with overspray, it's hard to clean off. So we found the cleaner the floor, it'll help the environment as a whole.
Agreed. Anything we can do. Like I say, it eliminates as much of that secondary process as possible.
So we do the lighting. We've changed all of our lighting to LED lights. We also, something else that we try and stay on top of is our weather stripping, our door seals, just to make sure our doors are nice and tight. Do our hinges need to be readjusted? Do we need a grease fitting for all that stuff? Stuff like that just helps out to give a better finish.
Right. There's some airflow. I understand that that's also one of the topics, one of the big things we need to check out. How do you guys handle that piece of it?
So with our part of our certification, one of our certification requires us to do an airflow meter. And so we have to go around. We have an airflow meter that we purchased. We go around the vehicle. So basically what we're looking for is just consistent airflow all the way around the car. So no peaks or valleys, just to make sure that you're getting the proper, Venturi effect all the way around the vehicle.
Yeah, all of it, every piece of that makes a difference in that paint booth. That cell is made to try to keep as much debris out of that refinish process as possible. So I think they're all good tips.
If you found today's tip helpful, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Comment below for any future suggestions.
These videos are made possible by SCRS. If you aren't currently a member, I encourage you to join. Visit scrs.com or use the link in the description below.